Hey guys, the head coyote here. I changed it up a little. I changed it up a little today. Normally I put that woo in the beginning, but you guys just want to see the intro, right? You guys don't want to see me say I woo and say the head coyote and like. So yeah, guys, there's only one thing to talk about, and that is the Philadelphia 76ers versus, excuse me, the Golden State Warriors. Now this is a game that's very underrated in like potential. You saw a lot of potential in that game. So one thing everybody quickly noticed was that the Philadelphia 76ers blew the lead. They the lead. But yeah, guys, the Philadelphia 76ers did blow the lead. But although they did blow it to a more experienced, talented, ex-champions, ex-MVP, defensive player of the year kind of team. I mean, how could they possibly do that? Although they did blow it to the well-coached Golden State Warriors, the Philadelphia 76ers showed a lot more than a lot more than the naked eye might have been able to appreciate or notice. One, we quickly saw that Ben Simmons is not afraid to go against these top-level teams, and he is a competitor. Yes, we were able to see that from the other games, etc., but he was balling this game. He had like 27, I think 26, something along those lines, and like 12 assists. His highest assist game, close to his career high against the Golden State Warriors. That's impressive, and there's a lot of potential in this kid. Now, I've said it before to my friends. I haven't said it to the pack yet. And if you aren't a part of the pack, make sure you press the subscribe button and press that like button because you rock with me, okay? But anyways, I said this to my friends before. Ben Simmons is like if LeBron was just a touch less athletic and 2-3 inches taller. Because Ben Simmons is able to see the floor. He's able to create plays the way he did, the way LeBron does. He's a playmaker the same way he is. He's able to jump shots a little suspect. And he's aggressive. He's not afraid to go at people, drop his shoulder, get physical with his defenders. And we all know Joel Embiid. If you did see my previous video, just click back. It'll be in like the annotation right here or somewhere like that. But yeah, click on one of my other videos and you'll see what I said about him. But Joel Embiid is top 3 centers in the NBA right now. And him and Ben Simmons, paired up like that, that's a scary sight. Those guys are so young. Their ceiling is like non-existent. But yeah, Philadelphia 76ers team does have a lot of potential, and there's a reason why they ranked number 10. I think according to ESPN or Bleacher Report, something along those lines. But their defense isn't terrible. They have Ben Simmons, who's a pretty good defender. He can pretty much guard 1 through 5 at his size and athletic ability. Joel Embiid, 3 through 5. 1 and 2 is gonna be a little harder because his lateral quickness is not up to par with an NBA guard. However, he's more athletic than your average big. His lateral quickness is a lot quicker than your average big, so he's able to try to keep up with those guys. And considering that he's used to playing on the perimeter, it's harder to guard somebody on the perimeter when you don't know what to expect or you don't do those moves yourself. Joel Embiid being able to put the ball down and do some crossovers, etc., he sort of has a leg up on your average NBA center. And then we have Robert Covington, who was like top 10 defensive small forward according to Bleacher Report, the experts. But we the experts here in the pack. The Coyote pack are the experts. We the real experts. Anyone want to know about basketball, they come to us, okay? But yeah, so one thing we can take away from that game is at the end of the game in the fourth quarter with about maybe 7-6 minutes left, the Philadelphia 76ers, although they blew the lead, although Golden State was up, they were still fighting back to get back into the game. They brought it down to like 6 points at one point. They were down by like 15, 13. So I feel like as they grow, as they mature, as they get used to the NBA game, remember they have 2 rookies. I mean, Joel Embiid's not really a rookie, but he only played like 30-something games last season. They have Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. They're still getting used to the NBA, getting used to the NBA pace. And when they get into the second, third seasons, if they can stay together, if they can keep JJ Redick, Covington, all those guys together in Philadelphia, that's going to be a pretty good team for upcoming seasons. They have a bright future ahead of them. Now, why do I say they have a bright future ahead of them? Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are both pretty much unicorns. They have 2 unicorns on their team. Every other team have like 1. They have Giannis Antetokounmpo. I said it right. Oh yeah. But yes, they have Giannis Antetokounmpo. They have on the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they have Kristaps Porzingis on the New York Knicks, and then we have LeBron James. All these unicorns, all these players you see like once in a while, and they have 2 of them. Ben Simmons, you see once in a while. We have Joel Embiid, we see once in a while. So they have both those guys in that team. JJ Redick, who's the experienced, a pretty good shooter. He's not too old. Covington and all those other guys, Saric, whatever that guy's name is, that was the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. Was Rookie of the Year? I forgot what Rookie of the Year was. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to boys for the rest of the time. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, in the stretch, this team is going to lose to the Golden State Warriors. Yes, they have the talent. Yes, they have a bright future ahead of them. However, the Golden State Warriors is much more experienced, have much more talent. They're talented 1 through 10. 1 through 10, their second string is talented as well. But when this Philadelphia 76ers team is able to get that core group playing together, get everybody used to having each other all the time, get the rotation set, get the minutes set, and the coach finds different groups of players that are able to work together and work together efficiently without worrying about Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid going to the bench and completely blowing your lead. Things of that nature, when they sort of get those things together, that's going to be a pretty hard team to beat when they get the right pieces and when they get that chemistry up. One thing that has to stop is Joel Embiid shooting them threes. You're shooting like 29% from the three, bro. Just stop. And at the end of the game, those threes you took, unnecessary. Yes, it was not much time left on the clock. You needed to get a shot up. You need to bring the lead down. But Joel Embiid does not need to be the one taking those threes. You have other 3-point shooters on that team. Hey guys, otherwise this has been a pretty good year for the city of Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles are doing pretty well. The 76ers are doing pretty well. Even if we don't win the championships, even if our players don't get the rings, we still had a good season. We sucked for a long time. And just a short disclaimer, I'm not from Philadelphia. I recently moved here maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. Still getting used to it, but I used to come here all the time. I moved here from Brooklyn. But I'm going to make a story time about that. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up, because these thumbs up motivate me to keep making these videos. Keep sitting in this same spot and talk to the same camera. But yeah, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video and this little recap, this little talk, this little review, whatever you want to call it. I call it me just talking to the pack. And then, of course, to join the pack, you press the subscribe button down there. That's how the pack's going to grow. When that number grows, we're going to be, you remember in Planet of the Apes when Caesar had all the apes like, go! And others like, running around. Yeah, that's what we need to get like. So we need to get these numbers up, man. We got to get these numbers up. And don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe down low, like I just said again. Let's remind you, in case you forgot, in case you walked away, in case you dozed off. It's late at night. I don't know what you're doing. Okay? And you already know my outro. If you want, you can say it with me at this point. You can say it with me. We 52 strong, dog. You could be 53. You want to be 53, right? Yeah, be 53. Click it. I'll wait. Don't forget, guys. That's the summer.